my friends. Welcome once again to the World of Thaylos. Can everybody hear the music?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, is there anybody that cannot hear the music?
I can't, but it's fine.
It's coming through, so it's something on her end. She might need to
Okay.
go to mixer settings and turn up her internet volume.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. In our last episode, the party was able to overcome the enormous wave of orcs that were determined to kill the party in response to them destroying the orc chieftain. The orcs were not successful because a number of strange events turned the tide of the battle. It turns out that Nutmeg, from behind the scenes, was acting as an avenging angel on the part of the goddess Oriana. Once the battle was complete, Nutmeg reappeared and rejoined the party. But then, in their joy at their success and their victory, corruption once again entered the picture, and Foluka was identified as carrying the taint of chaos.
Oh no!
The three ancient dragon spirits, Gothas, Lelian, and Sonriel, appeared and instructed Foluka to take his place in the center of the room so that he could be cleansed from the taint. And that is where the last episode ended, and we go now to the Shrine of Oriana. All right. So here we are in the Shrine of Oriana. At the north end of the shrine is a great statue in the visage of Oriana herself, carrying a great basin that is pouring endless pure water into the pool before her. At the base of the pool lie two foul, rusted iron rings that were once used to turn normal wolves into great zombie wolves. They had been put into the pool, apparently by Foluka himself, and then Leo jumped into the pool and fished them out before the corruption could overcome the pool.
We didn't do it.
To your horror and shock, Foluka was specifically identified by the three ancient dragon spirits as carrying the taint of chaos, and he was instructed to take his place in the center of the room where he would be cleansed of the taint. Gothas approaches and says, "Come, young one, do not fear." Lelian joins him in the circle. "The taint you carry," she says, "will be removed." And Sonriel takes his place on the other end of the circle. And he intones, "Have faith in the goddess. You will be spared."
Whoa, spared? I'm all one for a group huddle, but this, what's going on?
It looks like they're going to try and politely kill you.
I can do it impolitely if you like.
Leo's got his saber ready.
So Lelian, she goes just a bit closer to Foluka, and she says, "You will be cleansed. The filth of chaos will be taken from you."
I'm not so much sure about this cleanse thing anymore.
Well, when Paprika was cleansed, she survived.
Wait, didn't she die?
Nutmeg
That was
did.
Nutmeg.
She came back.
Nutmeg didn't need to be cleansed. In fact, she was instructed to move out of the way, and I don't think she got it.
I think she got it. I don't think she had the chance.
Is it too late to back out of this? I really don't like this whole cleanse idea.
You're surrounded by three dragons. I don't think you can.
You get a
I
say.
don't think there's getting out of this.
Sonriel takes his place and rears back And he says, "May the ancient fires in tandem bring purity and wholeness."
Whoa, fire? Wait, you're not gonna burn me. I don't think this. Yeah, no, let's not burn me.
You hear a sinister voice coming from the center of the room.
Okay, out of character, Leo, you might not want to be there.
He's trying to protect Fuluko.
Oh, okay.
He has his, granted, very feeble-looking sword in his worn-out arms, but he's like ready to defend as best as he can.
All right then.
Layton looks down at Leo with sad eyes, and she shakes her head. "Young one, I fear you do not understand. We do not mean to harm him in any way."
Leo, come back. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I trust these guys. They cleansed Paprika without harming her.
We merely wish to cleanse the filth of chaos from his soul. We invite you to withdraw.
I don't know what that means.
It means you'll come back without eyebrows.
I don't know what that means.
Or a beard.
Eyebrows. What are these eyebrows you speak?
Oh yeah, no, take away his beard. He'll get that.
I mean, he doesn't really know what a beard is either.
No, this is true. It's just fuzz that grows
It's
on
just
his head.
it's his
It's
hair.
Dan's mane.
It's
Yeah.
his mane.
You lose all of your mane.
Yes. Oh, he'll get that. Okay. Gothos rears back and signals to the other two, and he says, "May the goddess have mercy."
Wait, I take it back. I don't want to be burned. Let's talk this through.
That's a little too late.
So if Fuluko weighs the same as a duck,
Why are we comparing me to a duck? This is fire. Fire goes boom.
Well, that means that he's made of wood, and therefore,
a witch.
Oh, it!
a witch.
Ban him!
Shit.
All right.
But at least you got a trial.
Let me set this up.
Oh boy.
Mira's just gonna say a soft prayer for Fuluko's safety.
Yes, sir.
Sure, safety. Yeah, let's go with that. There's just, 3 sources of immense fire just pointing their giant fire mouths at me.
What are we? What was you saying, Renji?
Do we have any
Gonna
of
get
that
out
marshmallow left?
popcorn.
Oh no.
Do we have any of that marshmallow left from
Uh,
a couple sessions ago?
No, I used it to blow up an orc
Killing in a
chieftain.
holy way, still killing him with less death total as a result, so only main targets get killed.
No, I used the sewer mushroom to blow up the orc chieftain.
Yes, you did.
Speaking of which, when...
Okay. So, the 3 of them rear back and begin cleansing with holy flame, and I need to change. Okay.
So the flames, fire.
All right. All right. So the 3 of them spout bright white flame from their maws, and it converges on Fuluko, and you can see that he is immediately wreathed in a white holy fire.
No, not like this.
Hang on, I gotta turn the music down just a second. It's a little too loud. There we go. A deep rumbling voice comes from the center of the flames. Yes. More fire.
Hey guys, something wants fire. I'm not sure if this is a good idea anymore. Oh, lovely. We turned Fuloco into.
Oh, great.
All right. The flames continue and grow. From the center, you can see a dark figure emerging from Voluco. All right, and at the same time, you can see Voluco is getting hurt. He is crouching over, trying to shield himself from the flames. And you can see that his fur and his armor are getting scorched. His health is dropping.
Sir Squeaks kind of comes forward a little bit, fearing his companion's demise. And
Looks like he's been cleansed enough. This evil has been removed from him. It is taken form of its own.
Mira tries and yells to get the dragon's attention, so that way they would hopefully stop.
Faluco,
This thing's getting bigger.
in the midst of the fire, Faluco just cries out, "The dragons! They betray us! They betray
Me. The power.
Well, this isn't good.
Mira runs over to one of Gothos's feet and tries to get his attention.
Sir Squeaks tries to do the same.
All right. Voluco can no longer speak, but only crouches in the flames and screams in agony. At that point, this dark figure that is hovering over Voluco finally looks down and notices and screams, "No, the vessel must not perish."
Sorry, Fuloco.
Sonriel stops his fire and looks at the scene of what's going on. And he shouts in dismay, It's feeding on the fire! Stop the cleansing!"
I was telling you that 5 seconds ago. Just
Mira continues to yell and hopefully tries to get the other two's attention.
All
Something's
right.
gone wrong.
At this point, the two figures, Voluco and the dark figure towering over him, snap back together and grow in size.
Uh-oh.
Before his eyes, the figure of Voluco grows to more than double his size and darkens as a strange black aura comes around him. Okay, the dragons, all three, finally stop, and they are taken aback as to what has resulted.
Wow. That's interesting.
Is he cleansed?
Doesn't
He looks
like it.
bigger.
All right, let me switch a few things here.
Mira looks terrified.
Mira looks terrified. I am terrified.
Sir Squeaks backs off really uneasy.
All right. Lelian shouts to the other two, "What have we done?" And Gothas finally steps forward, taking control of the situation, and shouts to the other two, "Contain the taint!" But a voice, the same voice, seems to come from Boluco now. "We
are
one." And the dragons again are taken aback to hear two voices coming from the same figure. "I hunger.
I search.
I feed.
I gain.
I grow.
I rise.
We
Bring the chaos."
Okay, so
Renji,
Renji, who are you attacking here?
He's
just gone
attacking
for it.
him while they're monologuing.
Okay, you're attacking while
Who's
monologuing.
monologuing?
Okay,
You caught me monologuing, you sly dog.
he's gonna have to go past an AC rating of 20. Oh shit.
Yes.
I was gonna say he just did.
Okay, so Renji did hit with an armor class of 31. Renji, you have hit him. Roll for damage. Okay, you roll a d10 and add your strength bonus and another +1.
Yeah, good luck unless it's over 106 points of damage.
No, I don't think so. However,
Hey, you just have to roll critical 3 times.
Yeah, that's not enough points of damage.
okay.
No,
just
he.
a minute. Just a minute. Hang on.
Yes, damage does equal damage, but Faluco prepared before the battle
Alright.
began.
So, at this time, the dragons shout out at you, Renji, and they are shouting, "You must withdraw! Get out of the way!"
And just as they say that, Faluco's tail snaps back and throws Renji.
Now, you gotta roll the hit.
Okay,
Gotta roll the hit.
one moment.
Okay? So, Foluco, for your 2-hit roll, instead of your normal bonus, give it a 23 bonus. Roll a d20 and add 23. Okay. 35. Renji, what's your armor class? Okay, that is a hit. Okay. Foluco, roll 3d8 for normal damage, and then add another 2d8 for corruption damage. Okay, so Reggie, you have taken 19 points of corruption damage. Sorry, 19 points of damage total. Right. Sonriel says, "You have no place here, you filth!" Gothas at the same time, "May the goddess strike you down." Lelian joins in, "If not by fire, then by divine might." At that point, a bright pillar of light appears around Foluco. Emanating from the ceiling of the shrine and going straight down through him. The voice continues from the middle of the blinding light. Chaos.
Does not
Fear.
the light
All.
will
No.
the void.
He these arms crackling with dark power. Let me get to there just a second. At his feet, foul, twisted vines sprout from the floor, choking the floor tiles. Let me get that out. No, sorry. That's not what I meant. There we go. Okay, the dragons, at the sight of these vines, withdraw a pace and try and get out of their way. But the vines continue to spread. Okay? The aura deepens and the vines thicken like tree trunks. He claps his paws together and the vines burst forth like grotesque monstrosities, consuming the floor and the walls in a thick, constricting cover. The foliage advances through the shrine toward you. The dragon spirits immediately resume their fire.
I'm gonna back off.
Yeah.
Leo pulls out his flint and steel and starts spraying sparks as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. You're all right.
If that's gonna be Leo's, he's doing great.
Now, Leo is not quite as big as the Dragonfire, but we'll give him a flame.
A teeny one.
A teeny flame, but it still works. All right. They
Can I also
resume.
cast Flaming
Okay.
Sphere?
You're going to cast a flaming sphere.
Yeah.
I'm going to yell, be careful not to hit the thing. You got powered by Dragonfire.
Okay.
This is lion
I'm just
fire.
gonna yell this into the ether and hope somebody hears me.
Where are you going to cast your flaming sphere, Raylan? About right there?
So did spells ever get reset or no?
Nope.
Your spells did because you rested at the camp before you started following Loosefang's trail.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you're going to put a flaming sphere right there. Right there. Okay. All right. Fires immediately spring up among the foliage. As the dragon, the combined dragon fire and the spell fire from your spells take hold on the vines. However, the thick vines are only slowed, but their advance is not stopped.
Hey, if it's slowed, that's helping.
Okay? With a flash in his eye, the monstrous form of Feluco sends swarms of tiny bats and insects flowing among the vines, filling the air and darkening the light in the room. The dragons do their utmost to halt the writhing, twisting wall, but it slowly continues to inch forward. The light in the chamber grows in intensity and spreads. And finally, Feluco's face takes on a look of concern. In a heartbeat, this enormous form shifts into a bat that is nearly half the size of the dragons around you. Hold on. That was on the wrong tab. He shifts into a bat form and flies away from the pillar of light. And with a piercing shriek, he darts out of the entrance and disappears into the night.
Hey,
We have a loose possessed bat on the out there. Let's put up some have you
Flyers?
seen me? Yeah, flyers. Have you seen these flyers?
I wonder if Sir Squeaks and got some sense into him.
Sir Squeaks is both scared and concerned. He doesn't know what just happened.
I kind of turn to Sheik and I just go, there's no talking sense into him.
Well, we're not. What? At this point, I'm thinking the only way to save him would be kill him and resurrect him.
Sir Squeaks attempts to fly after Faluco, but is stopped by the foliage, because the foliage is as thick as the ceilings and as far growing as half the shrine.
It is also currently on fire.
Yeah, that too.
But after Foluco leaves the shrine, the foliage it stops its advance and does not come any closer to you.
I can't believe this has happened to the Oriana Shrine. How could this happen?
Sir Squeaks just lands on the ground and just kind of like looks off past the foliage, just sad and confused.
it's not supposed to happen.
The vines and the thick roots are beginning to burn away, and you are struck with a sense of relief as it appears that once his power has left, then the vines no longer are out of control. The dragonfire and the spellfire seem to be making headway.
I know there's not much that we can do, but I do believe I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I now have the ability to cast Dismissal. There is a chance I could maybe purge him.
That's what we just tried.
Yes, but not by Dragonfire.
By divine power here.
Yes.
That is certainly possible. Yes.
You're gonna need a lot of help there. Is there any way that we can use the magic spring water here or something to amplify that?
Well, you do have a bunch of burning vines in the middle of the shrine, and you have a pool of fresh, cool water on the other end. You are also surrounded by a number of large ceramic dishes. Some of them have treasures on them, some of them do not.
I think they're off.
I say we dump it out, keep the treasure, and use it, and put out the fire.
I think the treasure is their offerings. I'm not sure it would be the wisest decision to just take.
Well, then let's dump the treasure in the water then. If those are the offerings.
Let's grab the empty dishes and use those. And leave the offerings to Orleana alone.
Okay, well, let's start there then. Mira's in charge. This is her place, I suppose.
Let's not desecrate the shrine more than we have.
Indeed. So, who is going to work on putting out the fires?
I'm gonna help with that.
I don't think I would help.
Volunteers, because
I'm going to, since my spells were recreated, I'm gonna cast Create Water where I can.
That is going to create 14 gallons of water all at once.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast it over here, Rishi.
I was not injured in the battle, so I'll help.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, I'll cast some Create Water here.
So,
To my left.
I didn't see your spot, Mira. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, right there.
All right.
Another
14 gallons of water.
walk around this, or
I'm sorry?
it looks like the trees kind of are in the middle. I think we could even just walk around it.
Actually, they were supposed to extend to the wall, but I never got that far.
Ah, okay. Never mind then.
And
All
is
right.
it all on fire?
No, just the middle parts.
Alright, I'm gonna just try and make my way through the trees that aren't
Yeah.
on fire.
They are vines, but the vines are thick as tree trunks. All right.
Do I need to make a roll to try and?
So what you can do, Leo, is it becomes difficult territory. So you can either do an acrobatics to jump over. Sorry, you can do a jump to get over, or you could do a climb to try and climb over. Meanwhile, Mira, you have put out a very significant part of the fire in this area, and you have actually cleared a path through the middle. Okay? Nutmeg is helping, is throwing water on the fire.
I'm
Terry.
gonna come over here and cast my other Create Water spell on this patch.
Should I be using strength checks to lift water, or what should I be doing?
No, it's just, it's like a bucket brigade. If you can pick up a bucket, you can pick up a dish of water.
Tarek, your DM's real quick on Discord.
Oh, I actually have 3 Create Water spells, so
I'm
I
going
guess I'll
to-
use one more.
I'm going to have Marcus help me bucket brigade this.
This one's what I want to put out.
All right. Okay, so Mira, another 14-gallon deluge of water comes down onto the fire and immediately puts it out, leaving a blackened mass of vines in its wake.
I'm gonna walk around because it's probably still a little warm.
Yeah, well, it's still pretty hot, but I see what you're doing. You're going for the thickest parts of the fire.
Mm-hmm. I'll do this one.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nutmeg, you have succeeded in putting out some of the smokeless parts of the fire, but Raylan's flaming spear it stayed for several rounds after Feluca left.
Oh yeah, I never dismissed them.
You never did dismiss it, so it actually contributed to the fire.
Whoops.
All right.
Yay.
Raylan, well, I'm not sure we should call you a pyromancer, but you're well underway.
This one.
How did my jump check do?
All right, let me take a look. I'm trying to deal with Sentinel. Leo, that is quite good. That is definitely.
If we ever
enough
go back to the
make
mage tower, we're introducing Raylan to the fire mage.
to Lady Miriam.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a pyromancer in training.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm out of Create Water spells, guys, so I'll pick up a dish and help now.
Yeah. All right, so Renji, you're throwing water on yourself, but you're assuming that it's holy water. You don't know that it's holy water or not.
You know,
I mean, I could make holy water.
Good. You could.
how long would it take you to bless the whole fountain?
yeah.
I'd probably pass out a few times. So.
Yeah. She's gonna be. Her nose is gonna be bleeding all over the place if you do that. Don't do that. This is true, Renji. Now, you're also assuming that holy water has healing properties. It does not.
No. Isn't it for helping with undead?
What holy water has several purposes. One, it can help to cleanse diseases. If you pour it on a wound, it can help to cleanse infection. And if you pour it on either demons or undead, it does holy damage. So yes, holy water is very helpful, but in specific situations. Right. And yes, you're right. There is no corruption left in the water, though. You are correct. All right. After much effort, you are able to extinguish the fires in the room. Leo, meanwhile, has jumped up on top of one of the side clusters of vines, and you are relieved to see that it is no longer moving nor advancing.
Good.
Okay.
Nutmeg approaches Lelian and just asks, "What happened? How is that evil creature able to take advantage of your cleansing fire?"
All right.
This is a fair question.
That is definitely a fair question. And Lelian, her eye, for the first time, looking at the ancient dragon spirits, you see bewilderment and confusion in their faces. Lelian looks down at you and she shakes her head and she says, I don't know. That was supposed to purge the shard. But that was ravenous. That was the shard of hunger. And somehow he fed on the dragon fire, and it did not purge him.
That makes sense to me. I don't have any experience, but I do know one of the most ravenous and hungry things in the world is fire itself.
But ours is not normal dragon fire. We are spirit formed. We are spirit dragons, and so our fire is holy and cleansing, and somehow he fed upon it. Nothos is similarly confused, but he is looking intently at the entrance to the shrine to make sure that whatever that creature was doesn't come back. Meanwhile, Sir Squeaks has found something on the floor, and he is looking at it curiously and trying to pick it up with his teeth.
Mira comes over to help.
All right. Sir Squeaks is very large because he is a dire bat after all, and there is a small object on the floor that he's trying to pick up with his teeth, and he's not succeeding. Mira, you decide to kind of intervene, and you kind of hold him back a little bit, and then you reach down to pick up what the object is. And you can see that it is a pendant on a silver chain. And the pendant is made of ivory. It is carved ivory. And it is in the form of a wolf. And you can see etched into the flank of the wolf is the name Barkable.
Hey, Barkable.
Somehow, Foluco must have carved that for himself and then dropped it. And Sir Squeaks is looking up at you intently.
I turn to Sir Squeaks and I just say, I'll keep it safe, don't worry. And I just gently put it in my pack.
Oh. Barkable's ghost is now speaking. Oh, but Sir Squeaks is sad.
And gently I just try and reassure Sir Squeaks that I won't let anything happen to the pendant.
Yes. All right.
So should I add that to my inventory?
Yes, you have a ivory carving pendant of Barkable. All right. Let's see. Raylan and Nutmeg and Renji and Sheik. I need you guys to give me listen checks. Renji is barking.
You said nutmeg is what, right?
I said Nutmeg, Renji, Sheik, and Raylan need to give me listen checks. Oh, nice one so far.
Thank you for the ears, Marcus.
He's not here to argue with you.
No, he's not, so you can take them all you want. Yes, yes, Renji, I did read what you said. Will you please give me a lesson check? Thank you. All right. You can hear some splashing coming from the pool behind you.
I'm gonna run up there.
Mira seeing Sheik running up there, she kind of follows.
And I would like to do a spot check and see what I can do.
No need to spot.
I would be slightly petrified to say Mira is, she wants to talk to you, and back off.
I immediately bow
Okay,
at the sight of my goddess.
Sheik, that was classic. I love it. All right. You can see what appears to be, you're not sure if it's stone or marble or ivory because the color keeps shifting back and forth. But you can see what appears to be a statue of the goddess Orleana walking on the top of the water of the pond. I need to turn the music down just a second. It's a little bit too loud. Okay.
Mira immediately bows to her goddess in respect.
Nutmeg will do the same.
All right. All
Deity.
three of the ancient dragon spirits incline their heads to the floor in a show of respect to the goddess. At her approach, the vines in the shrine, the blackened and burnt foliage melts away into the floor and disappears, leaving Leo in the center of the shrine, quite surprised that he is suddenly free of any constriction. All right. A voice echoes around the chamber, full of laughter and delight, and at the same time somber. My children, my faithful, and those who have protected them on this journey, I welcome you to my home. And to those who are my friends, those who have carried a portion of my spirit with them, the ancient dragons, welcome once again to my home. The chaos has dared enter my shrine, a place where it should never have been able to even enter. And yet, because it was contained in a mortal vessel that did not know of its presence, it was allowed to enter. The result, I'm afraid, is a catastrophe. The shard of hunger has taken mortal form sooner than it was supposed to. The six were supposed to come together, and mortal form was not supposed to take place until the six would meet. What happened here today was against prophecy, was against nature, was against logic itself. And even I cannot foresee what may happen from this time forth. And yet, he is gone and he has been thrust from my home, hopefully never to return. My children, approach the pond.
Watch out, there's a giant.
There's a giant in the pond.
Well, yes, there is a giant in the pond.
Mira gently comes up to the edge of the pond and sits there.
So Renji does not like logic. He just says what happens is what happens.
No, I'm pointing out their mistaken logic.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so against logic, it's working out
I get that. So Leo, you're actually going to hop into the pond?
Yeah.
Is it deep water? Because
No.
Mira's not very tall.
For Leo, it's only up to his knees, and he's a dwarf.
Okay, Mira will wade in there.
Right. Marcus also approaches. somewhat in awe and a little tentatively. He's not sure what to do. The dragons, meanwhile, are looking down on you with visible relief on their faces, while Gotha he still is looking around toward the entrance with furtive glances as if he doesn't trust that the enormous creature will not return. The
Giant
daughter,
lady,
yes, go ahead.
do you know where our friend is?
Her face becomes sad, and a single silver tear comes down her cheek and drips into the water.
Yeah?
At the place where her tear has struck
Okay,
the
I'll
water.
take a look.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mira. Are you talking to someone else?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. No problem. Good. At the place where her tear hits the water, a small circle opens, and it becomes flat and glassy like a mirror. She says, "Look," and
I approach it.
you can see a small circle in the water, and the vision appears in the middle of the water, and you can see a horrible visage of a bat flying through the night with a black aura trailing behind him for half a mile. The bat
I
flying
stab it.
at an amazing speed, but you can only see him surrounded by the black sky. There are no landmarks to tell where he might be. You're going to
Leo
stab
takes
through?
his sword and stabs the picture of the bat,
Okay,
because the
Good.
bat's right there now.
with both hands, Leo thrusts his blade into the water, and immediately the vision disperses, and a ripple in the pond flows outward from where the sword struck. The avatar of Orleana looks down at Leo and smiles sadly. I fear that he is far from here already. In order to find him, I must grant you the power to track him through vision. And so I bestow my first gift.
I can track with my nose.
Will my Avenger approach? And she motions to you, Nana. To you, my Avenger, I give the Mirror of Visions. And she hands you what appears to be a small circular hand mirror. It's simply normal in appearance, like someone would use at a makeup table. But as you hold it in your hand, the surface of the mirror contorts and flashes, and again you see the picture of the bat flying through the night sky. The goddess says, with this mirror you should be able to track him and find out where he may be. You may also see visions of who he may come in contact with and why. Watch this mirror closely, for it will tell you where the six will gather to find their form.
My goddess, I will find him. I swear it. He will not get away.
But he's right there in your hand.
Oh, Leo, I love your roleplay. This is good.
I'm going to actually quietly sigh at that.
and to the
I
one
wish it
who's
was that easy.
and to my daughter who soothes and heals, I bestow my next gift. She looks down at you, Mira.
Mira looks up with teary, wide eyes, just shocked at the sight of being in her presence.
All right. And she hands to you a single feather. As you cradle the feather in your paws, it appears to be a large white feather with a slight bit of gray tip on the end. She says, guard this closely and keep it close. Keep it close to your person at all times. When the time comes, it will give you the power that the winged angels would have. All you need to do is hold it in both hands and call upon my name, and the power will be granted to you.
Mira nods, listening, soaking in every single word of what she's saying.
She smiles, and she actually places a hand on your shoulder. You have been only faithful. And when the time of doubt came, doubt did not find a place in your heart. Continue in that, because there will be more place for doubt as the future comes.
Mira nods.
And to the great protector, she turns to you, Reggie. I bestow my next gift. And in order to give you my gift, you must give to me first. I would have your shield. You do have a shield, actually, but you haven't been using it.
It's in a jar. Also, we're using like the maker.
Yeah. You do have a shield, but you haven't been using it.
In Reggie's defense, most of the time his enemies don't live long enough for him to need it.
This is also true.
That's very true.
That is an excellent point. So
Why bother? They're just gonna die.
she holds out her one hand and says, I would have your shield. And then she holds out her other hand and she said, I would have your weapon. So you're going to drop it into the water, or you're going to put it in her hand? Okay, he's typing. You're giving. Okay, so are you going to give her both the shield and the mace? I'm sorry, the morning star? Yeah, because in an RPG game, in order to give something to someone, you're just dropping it.
Yeah.
I know how that works.
I just had to reference that because it was funny.
As
So
long as I can
I-
hold whatever I get over my head.
All right, let's not
Or
do
in
that.
Stardew Valley, where you just hear a little chime and you're holding whatever they can't begin.
Yep. All right. So Renji, I need confirmation from you. Are you going to give both your shield and your weapon? Why not? Okay. So you place your long two-handed morning star in one hand and your shield in the other. She claps her hands together and there is a burst of light. When the light clears, she hands you back a curious object that is a combination of both the morning star and the shield together. It is as if the shield has been welded onto the handle, and you take it in both hands and you realize that the morning star is still completely free to use as a weapon, but now it has a shield on the front of it. Emblazoned on the shield is the symbol of Orleana with the upside down crescent moon. And she says to you, Reggie, take this weapon and use it to protect and not to destroy, and it will never serve you wrong. He wants to fly.
I mean, I can fly if I want to.
A flying tank would be totally sick, but that's not the gift that she's giving you.
I mean, I'm a flying cleric if I want to fly.
This is true.
But the flying tank is left like straight up.
Yep. And now, to he who would be a lion, who is trapped in the body of a dwarf, I give you my next gift. And she smiles upon you, Leo. And she says, of you, I only require your hands.
I need my hands.
I am not going to take them. I simply ask that you give them willingly so that I may alter them.
Nutmeg.
No.
What?
Now, Reggie, let's take this seriously, okay?
Bless you.
Nutmeg tells me it's okay, so I just kind of hold my hands up,
Okay.
kind of
So-
confused on my face, just like
So
hands.
she reaches down and takes both of your hands in hers, and you are
I wince a bit,
astonished.
afraid she's gonna pull them off.
You are astonished as a warmth and light engulfs both of your hands, and all you can do is look into her smiling face as you can feel the bones in your fingers extended. When the light clears, you can see that your hands have been changed into great lion hands, complete with claws and strength and tough paw pads. She says, away with your blade, for you will no longer need it. Your hands will be your strength. And let them be your tooth and your nail, and let them defend my cause.
Examining my newfound paws,
Okay?
I let out a very loud roar of jubilation.
Okay? I have made you more of what you wish to become. All right. So each of you afterward, I need you to come and talk to me afterward so that I can actually write down what the actual stats are on the list that you've been given.
Sure.
All
Do I
right.
need the stats for my feather?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I'll do it for each one of you. Each one of you has new stats for the equipment that you're being given. And now, he who hides in the shadows and listens in the dark, if you would approach.
All right. I assume that's me.
That's a pretty good guess. She actually laughs when she looks upon you, and she crosses her arms. You've been waiting for her a long time, haven't you?
A while, yes.
And have you seen her since you left?
Only in daydreams.
I give you a gift upon a gift. For the greater, more valuable gift, I tell you, she waits. And she still waits for you. Go to her when this is finished, and you will find her.
I give a very polite bow.
And now, my gift I give that will assist you in your cause, that will keep you alive, that you may one day be reunited with her whom you love. And she actually places both of her hands on your shoulders. From your shoulders sprouts a thick brown cloth that cascades down your back and covers you like a cloak. A hood comes up over your head, and she says, you who hide in the shadows, I give you a shadow to take with you.
Thank you, milady.
I wish Marcus were here because this is going to be a special gift for him too. I'll get to it.
He'll be watching it through the upload.
Raven.
Maybe doing it like
Watch. Oh my, no, not there. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea, Leah. Yeah, Nutmeg, you're going to need to put a leash on him. All right. And now you, who command the mystic arts, approach me.
What is it you require?
Of you, I require your brother.
Kitty.
Here he is.
You, who were enlightened, and he who was not. I now rejoin you with him. For your brother is my gift to you. Be raised and join your brother in his cause. At this, the small form of Fluffles begins to be enveloped in light. And he, like Raylan, suddenly stands on both feet. And he stands.
And does a dab.
What? No.
I don't think he would do that.
He stands on both feet,
But we will make him little boots.
covered in nothing but his fur, and wet from head to toe. But he turns to Raylan and speaks his first word, brother, and throws himself on Raylan, and the both of them fall into the water. Laughing. The avatar of the goddess chuckles at the scene, and she says, your gift from me you already wear. Look to the collar that is around your neck.
I examine it further.
The bell that you carry, you need only to ring that bell, and you will be protected. Turn the collar about and ring the bell from behind your neck, and you will find power. And the druid, unfortunately, has left us, and so I cannot give my gifts to him. Therefore, I will give it to what is left of him. Will the bat come and stand at my side? Yeah. Renji has a choker.
I mean,
No, not Renji, sorry, Raylan has the choker.
yeah. Fine.
Alright, Sir Squeaks. Though you are an animal companion, not raised by your druid, though he planned it for you. I am the goddess of life and the goddess of death. But even there is a limit to what I can do to change the natural order of things. Therefore, I give you voice. Sir Squeaks, be of mind and be of voice. And continue where your former master has failed.
The heck is voice?
Sir
Oh
Squeaks.
crap! I can talk.
Sir Squeaks can now speak and think like a civilized race. He has a raise in intelligence, and now we'll get class levels.
And Fluffles too?
Cool.
Level? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Stone Statue.
If only we still had my good friend Duncan.
Yeah, I love Duncan.
Duncan.
I
The
hope
goddess,
Duncan's okay. I miss him.
the avatar of the goddess turns to you, Sheik, and she puts a finger to her lips. All in time, young man. All in time.
My character doesn't know who Duncan is.
We will make those decisions, Reggie. We will see what happens. Okay. Leo, what are you looking for?
I'm writing it. Don't worry. Y'all do your stuff.
All right. And for my final gift, you, of troubled heart and troubled mind, approach. And Marcus tentatively walks over to her. She turns to him, and for the first time you see sadness in her eyes. And she actually bends over to Marcus and speaks to him directly. Young one, you carry so much burden in your heart. You carry regret, you carry guilt and sorrow. You blame yourself for the tragedy that happened when you were young. I tell you now, do not be so quick to judge yourself. For tragedy has turned into triumph. I tell you now, your parents live. And they will continue to live in a protective shell that you fashioned.
A, B, C.
Through the scars of war and the destruction, she has not, your parents have lived in safety. Though they are encased in a shell, I give you now the power to break that shell and to restore. And she places her hands on Marcus's head. And Marcus, his whole body turns a shade of white, of bluish white. And actually there are icy tendrils and spikes that grow from his shoulders and from his ears before she is finished. The ice melts from him and he looks up at her and there are tears in his eyes. And he says, thank you. And he can say no more. Oh, I see what you're doing, Leo. You're trying to give her an offering the best way that you know how. I love it. Yes. I know. I'm looking. But I don't know what your idea is. All right. So the avatar finally steps back and stands in the basin that the water is flowing from. She spreads her arms wide and she says, at this time, be rested, be soothed, and be strengthened. And all of you feel life flowing into you, and your wounds are all healed. Yeah. So I'm going through and I'm setting everybody's hit points. Just a second.
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me.
I'm looking, just a second. Okay, you're going to need to sit and discuss that with me, Reggie, because that's something that's a lot more complicated than you think. So can we talk about that afterward? All right, everybody is healed. Everybody has, any spellcasters have regained their spells back.
Again? Okay.
Okay. At this time, you can see a light collecting around the avatar. Her final words. Go forth.
Hello?
Can
Hi.
you hear me? Mira, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Mira, can you hear me? Hello?
Hi.
Mira, can you hear us? I don't
Sorry.
think Mira. Are
Second.
you? Okay.
But I got my spells back again? Okay.
Yes. So, as I was saying, the avatar, there's a light that is shimmering around her, and she begins to disperse. But before she goes, she says to you, "Follow him. He will lead you to the others, and when you find him, you must have the strength to stand against chaos." And then the light envelops her and she disappears.
Oh, pretty. Where'd Statue Lady go?
All right.
Leave her presence again so soon.
Did real quick, did she do anything with the offering I brought? If not, that's fine. I'm just wondering.
You're somewhat disappointed because she didn't seem to notice.
In that case, once she's gone, I just sort of absentmindedly start eating it.
Oh,
Sir.
by the way, guys, I might disappear for a second. I found out I left my lights on and my car battery died, so I'm gonna see if my roommate can give me a jump.
All right, we will be ready when you come back.
Yeah, well, I'm asking to see if somebody can get me a jump. We'll see if it happens.
Okay, Renji, you're asking things that they're not willing to grant.
Sir Squeaks approaches Mira and says, "Lady Miss Fox, can I have that pendant, please?"
She just walked away.
Yeah.
She's AFK.
I just
No, I'm
realized.
still here. I said I might disappear.
All right. So
Yeah.
Sir Squeaks is asking for the Barkable pendant.
Oh, I kind of glance at him and I'm like, where would you put it?
What? Wood wearing? I think that's what you do with those things.
Yeah, you wear it like around your neck.
Is that not what you do with those things? I'm confused.
That is
This is new to me.
Hey Raylan, where's
Mira
Raylan?
kind of chuckles and then
I'm
gently
over
drains
here.
the pendant around his neck.
Oh,
Can you
thank you.
Give me a praise this new cloak and see what it can do?
All right.
I'll do my best.
So I need to do one more thing. Sonriel.
Yeah.
Sonriel needs to give his essence to one of you because Mira is carrying Golthus' essence. Marcus right now is carrying Lelian's essence. Loosefang carried it at one point. But Sonriel needs to grant his essence to one of you.
I can do it. After all, I'm really good at keeping stuff hidden.
This is true.
Yeah.
You let the dragon choose, but I will offer myself.
So, but Sonriel actually comes up to Marcus. And he looks at Marcus very carefully and he says, "You were so good to me. And I trusted you and you protected me. You even gave me a tail.
Oh!
You did not know who I was. And when I followed you, you did not push me away like a child, but you protected me. So you already carry the essence of my sister. But I would give you mine. And so, what do you intend to do? Do you intend to find your friend Loosefang and return it to him, or do you intend to continue to hold my sister's essence?" And Marcus responds, I will carry it until and if and when we find Loosefang once again. If we do not, then I promised him that I would keep it." But then his eyes grow wide with realization. And he says, I gave you a Sam? And Sonriel finally nods his head and he says, you finally understand. And Marcus actually falls to his knees and takes the dragon up by the snout and he says, why didn't you tell me? And Sonriel shakes his head sadly and says, none of us could tell you. Not until you were worthy of our essence. And it has now come time. Therefore, with your decision, my essence belongs to you, but I will give it to another until the time that you may return my sister's essence to Lusfang.
Sir Squeaks approaches him. Wait, you were the little too late person?
Yes, I was.
How'd you get so big?
And you were the big ugly bat that scared me.
Hey,
Oh,
I was scary?
I think I did that talk now. I watched what he said.
okay. I am gonna go AFK. I'll be back, guys.
Very well.
Get back to your car.
Thanks.
Good luck.
You're big now.
I was always big. You simply could not see me. So,
What are you talking about? Everyone's talking about something, but I don't understand.
I'm as lost as Leo on this one.
I think Leo's gonna give great high fives from now on.
Nutmeg, a little bit of background information. In the first town that the party was in, there, most of the town was cleared out because there was one of the sharks came and possessed a lot of the townspeople. The only ones that escaped were a couple of adults and 2 children, Samuel and Lelia. It turns out that those children were actually Sonriel and Lelian in disguise, so that they had planted themselves so that they could accompany the party and be with them and help protect them.
Okay.
So they hid their true forms until now. But the amazing thing is that Samuel, Sonriel's human child form, Samuel was the one who actually defeated the shard of jealousy, because he was the one who gave himself willingly as a sacrifice and embraced the shard, which went completely against the whole tenet of jealousy and actually dispersed it and broke the spell.
You
Yeah, I
remember
knew
hearing
it was
about
good.
that when we joined
Yeah, that happened right before you joined, yes.
the... Okay.
All right.
I did witness that though. I did.
Yeah, you were up
Yeah.
on the balcony.
Yeah.
Because really your there's
Oh, well, his character was there too.
oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Mira, let's do you first. Let's write this down on your character sheet. Oh, Mira's not here. Never mind. Okay, Renji, let's write this
Be
down.
right back. I need to do something for a minute.
BRB, yes. Renji. Okay. Your Morning Star is still a 2-headed Morning Star. It now has a bonus of +2 instead of +1. And while you're wielding it, because it has been fused with your shield, it gives you a +3 to your armor class while you have it in your hand. What was that? Hello?
Sorry,
Sorry, I just heard a lot of static.
yes.
Oh, you were laughing at something.
No, that's
Oh. Oh, I get it. All right. So, while you are wielding your Morning Star, it has a +2 bonus instead of +1, and you get a +3 to your armor class because of its shielding. Okay, so you write that down on your character sheet. You. Okay, let me.
I got like armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on your character sheet. Just a minute. Alright, so you have, your shield is actually a large shielded morning star, and you get a 3 armor bonus for that. Okay, so your armor class is now 26. Okay, and your weapon, Morningstar, is no longer +1, but it's now +2. Okay. Okay, let's see. Nutmeg. Let's get yours. Paprika. I need you to add this to your character sheet as well. Paprika is wearing the pendant of Orleana. And when Paprika's or your, okay, if you are in contact with her, it affects you as well. When either her or your health drops below 10, then a pillar of light comes to protect you and gives you regeneration for 5 rounds and adds 3 to your armor class for 5 rounds.
So where would I put this under?
All right, let me pull up your character sheet. I'll see if I can find it. It would go under. I would put it under equipment, magic items. So I'm adding it in there. I'm actually going to type it.
Okay, sure.
Paprika's pendant of Orleana. If paprika or nutmeg. No. If she is in contact with paprika, drops below 10 hit points, a column of light will shield her, giving her +3 armor class and regen +3 for 5 rounds. Okay, I've also Mirror of Visions. At any time, Nutmeg can look in the mirror and see where Luco is located and what he is doing. All right, I've got that one written on your character sheet.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, Leo, let's get you.
Yes.
I'm going to put it under your weapons. So I'm going to put dual lion's claws +2. Okay? So there, you do a critical on if you roll a natural 19 or a natural 20, they both count as a crit. All right? Then we put down the special properties. +2 enhancement. Okay. 2 attack. Let's see. 2 strikes per attack. So if you do a full round attack, and you would normally get 2 attacks, you would actually get 4. So you would roll to hit 4 times for 2 attacks. 2 strikes per. Yep. 2 strikes per attack. Damage is 1d8 +2 plus strength.
If
per,
we,
per hit. Sorry, we introduce what?
sorry, if we introduce Leo to boxing, we can call him Mauler. I'm just saying, that's a lot of punches at once.
Yes. So it's low damage. It's only 1d8, but if he can hit with all 4, he can do some serious damage. Because it adds +2 and it's a d8 +2 plus the strength bonus per hit. All right. All right. Let's see. Sheik. You still here?
I'm here.
You are here. Okay. You are carrying. Do you want me to write it on your character sheet, or can you write it yourself?
Either way.
I'll go ahead and put it in.
Thank you.
I'm putting it under equipment, magic items. Cloak of Shadows.
I forgot I had gloves of archer. I should swap gloves when I'm not climbing for when I'm shooting.
I was wondering if you were going to remember that.
You know. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cloak of Shadows. +6 on hide and move silently checks.
I'm going to be invisible this entire game.
And then once per day, improved invisibility.
I am going to be invisible the entire game.
Okay. Only once per day you can cast improved invisibility on yourself, which improved invisibility. The cool thing about it is that you become completely invisible even if you attack. So the only way to lose the invisibility is if the spell wears off or if someone dispels it.
I'm going to make use of that.
All right. We need to do Raylan. We need to do, let's see, Sir Squeaks. Oh, you have yours. Yeah, but we need to do Sir Squeaks. We got to give him class levels.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
This is great. We basically got our Daedric artifact.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Raylan, we need to do you. Raylan, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. The collar and bell that you wear around your neck.
Okay.
If the bell is in front and you ring the bell, then that will give you, it is like an application of, what is it? What's the name of the spell? It's not bark skin, it's stone skin. It gives you, you can cast stone skin on yourself. You can do this once a day. So what stone skin does is that for 5 minutes, it absorbs the first 10 points of damage of any attack. I'm going to put that on your character sheet under equipment. Good. Oh. Good. Ah, there you go. Oleana's collar. Front ring stone skin. Once per day. 5 minutes. Absorb. Let's see. It's just damage resist 10. All right. On the back. If you turn the collar around to the back so the bell is hanging behind your neck and you ring the bell on the back. Also, once a day, recall any spell already cast. So any spell that you've already used up, you can recall it and use it again.
Can I ring the collar once a day or use each ability once a day?
Each ability once a day. So you can use front and back each once per day.
Nice.
All right.
What about Fluffles?
Okay. I'm gonna need to work with you offline for that to decide what we're gonna do with
Okay.
him. He is now enlightened and raised.
The term is awakened.
True, that's it. Awakened. He is awakened. So Sir Squeaks is
Howdy.
awakened, but not raised. And I think that pretty much covers everybody. Is there someone that I forgot?
That's everybody who was here, at least as far as I know.
Oh yeah, the last thing. Sonriel needs to give. He's going to give his. Essence, and it's going to be chic. For now, you have been given. It's been appointed Sonriel's caretaker. So you're going to wear his pendant until you find Lucifer, in which case it goes back to Marcus.
All right, I gladly agree to those terms.
All right. I think that finishes it for this evening, unless I forgot anybody. Okay. So I need to. Okay. Faluko, are you still streaming?
Yes, sir.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and stop the stream?